So, hi Lisa. What I'm going to do is, if I explain to you, take a moment just to explain how this is going to work. Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a link to yourself, make a link to spirit, allow them to come through and identify who it is that's working with us. So they're going to bring a description of themselves, describe who it is so you know exactly who it is. Then we allow them to bring through any guidance or advice, whatever's needed for you at this time, whatever that may be. And then what we do is we bring that through. Basically what I'm after is the problem, then we find the solution. And then what we also do is we look at the psi cards, look at your timeline, and next year, 18 months ahead, and we'll also look at any questions you've got as well.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make a link. I'm going to sit quietly for a moment and then we'll be on our way.
Okay.
Okay, good. I've got 3 people that are making contact with us, Lisa. The first person I'm becoming aware of, I've got a very pushy, and I mean pushy, but she's lovely with it, lady that's coming through. She feels as if she's coming through from mum's side of the family. She gives me a feeling of being a grandmother, great-grandmother, grandmotherly vibration. But I've got a real pushiness with her. Now, I don't mean that in a horrible way, but she's somebody that would speak her mind. She would go wading in if needed to, if there was an injustice. So she didn't like dishonesty or untruth. She was someone that spoke her mind, but at the same time there is a warmth to her. She was a fighter, so she fought to stay with us. She gives me a feeling of being quite bossy, but I mean that in a warm... No?
I don't know, because my mum's still alive.
So it must be great-grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I
You don't
maybe
know
known
her
her from when I was a baby, but yeah.
So you don't know her. Now, find this out. You have a look, you'll see it. But one thing I get from her is this sense of bossiness. She kind of laughs because there's a similarity between her and you. You can be bossy when needed, alright, and you most definitely will speak your mind. But underneath all of that, there is a worry. So you kind of will worry. You'll speak your mind, then you worry about it afterwards. Yeah. So you can have a conversation with someone, be completely blunt, completely honest, completely direct, and then almost like worry about it afterwards and worry about what you said and how you said it. So you'll replay the conversation in your mind. Does that make sense? Okay. So she's trying to reassure you not to worry as much as you do, because it's like you'll go into life and you'll do that and you'll worry about it, and then you'll like tie yourself up in knots with it, you know, so it becomes quite confusing sometimes because you don't think about what you say, right? You just say what you say and you think about it later. She's kind of laughing about that because I get the impression and feeling she could have been very similar. Your mum is not always easy. She can be quite awkward at times. There's an awkwardness with her. She is a warrior. You know, I get a sense of mum being a warrior. She kind of blows everything out of proportion and she flaps and she walks around in circles. Physically walking around in circles, which is quite entertaining for anyone that's watching. But it's like she just won't sit still. She will get up, she'll be doing this, be doing that, be doing this. She fusses so much. The lady's wanting to reassure her. And the fussing is really where she does suffer quite a bit of anxiety. There is quite a bit of anxiety there that has become a problem over time. Very hard for people to be around her when she's in that place, but everyone kind of makes a laugh and a joke about it and lets her get on with it. Yet she's quite exhausted and she's quite tired. She doesn't know what to say to you half the time because it's like her eyes just glaze over. she just listens to you and her eyes completely glaze over. She just does not know what to do with it. Does that make sense? Alright, okay. So great-grandmother's laughing about this. She comes through like a grandmother, that's why I picked her up as a grandmother, but she is laughing about it, about mum. You are similar, yet you are chalk and cheese. Yes, you are chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
There's a similarity in there, which is sometimes this, just feeling of, you know, anxiety and nerves. But you are chalk and cheese. And you will rub each other up the wrong way, by the way, yes. And when you do rub each other up the wrong way, you really do rub each other up the wrong way. And it's quite entertaining, but not easy at the same time. She's worried about your future. She does try to say it, but doesn't always say it in the right way. she's panicked about what you've got on your mind and what you want to do. She's really scared for you. I mean, it's putting her under a great deal of stress, but the more confident she sees in you, the more she's able to deal with it. And the thing is, you always project a confidence with her, because you know that you can't be seen to be showing not a confidence, because she would just get all over it. She would dig right in there and create even more doubt for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So that's your great-grandmother. There's a gentleman coming through that smoked like a trooper. He smoked like a trooper. He's a grandfatherly vibration. He's gall-blimey and he's saying it as it is. Do you understand that?
Could be either grandfather.
Right, okay. I reckon I'm on your dad's side, I feel, with
Right,
him,
okay.
alright? He's quite a character, would have loved people. People would have loved him. When he lost his temper, though, he lost his temper. And he lost it good and bloody proper. That's how he was as a person. Smoking like a trooper. He gives me a feeling, he's picking stuff out of his hands. So he would have worked with his hands, and they're sore hands, but he's picking stuff out of his hands. And he was somebody that he wouldn't have wanted to go along with the crowd. So if he didn't believe in something, he would absolutely say it. That's where you get it from as well. You've got a double whammy, you see. So on your mum's side, you've got very blunt talking people. On your dad's side, you've got very blunt talking people. You put that together, you've got very, very strong characteristics and genetics, if you like. But he is quite a character. I get a tightening in his chest and his lungs. Yes, okay, and I can't breathe. Okay, yes, makes sense. You take big breaths as he comes close. He's showing you that to let you know that he's around you and about you. You do get short of breath sometimes. Nothing to worry about. It's where he's making contact with you, because you've asked for evidence.
I didn't really get on with him. He's a miserable old sod.
He was. I agree with you, but he loves you. He loves you, and he wants to support you. I mean, he was worse this side of life than he is this side of life. He was a nightmare, and he was somebody who would have upset people.
Yeah.
He would have gone out of his way to do it. Yeah, and he actually enjoyed it, actually. Right, but he comes through and there is a sorry attached to it, but he's not really saying it, but I can feel it in his energy. He wants the best for you. So he's making contact with you as well. Which is really cool, isn't it? And then we've got, I know this vibration, so I recognise it from when I spoke to you before. I believe it's your sister. I can feel that vibration energy. It's very gentle. Yeah, I've got strength right underneath all of that. Pain under the armpits. Yeah, lymph pain under the armpits, right, both sides. And I've got a real sense of feeling sick. That gives me a sense of medication. Damn, she was really determined. She was determined to beat all of this. And she's shown me is her birthday coming up? She's shown me a birthday cake. Okay.
Oh, it's my nan's on Sunday. She was 84.
All right, thank you. So it's just gone, not coming up. That's okay. She shows me this birthday cake. And lots of candles, so that makes sense. You know, you could never fit 84 candles in that cake. But it's a very important birthday. Okay, I understand. It brought everyone together, or a lot of people together. But usual dynamics at play when everyone comes together. Okay. She's saying to you, go for it. She wants to say to you, go for it. Have no regrets. And it's something that I've always wanted to try and get across to you, is that if you don't go for it, there will be regrets. Yes? And go for it to know that actually, as difficult as it is, it will turn out. But you're going to have to, as we were saying to you earlier, have that sense of belief. You've got to believe, because as you move into it, there's a sense of really coming together, and then there's a sense of resistance, which comes up in him. So we're talking about relationship, comes up in him, and he resists it throughout fear. And I think the biggest fear is being alienated by his family. You know, the important thing is, as I listen to Spirit, and your grandfather's a new link to me. I don't ever remember picking up on it. I don't know if I have. They agree, and I'll tell you what, he's so bloody blatant. If he didn't agree with this, you would absolutely be stripped. Do you understand that? And you would be completely be told that this isn't correct or right. Does that make sense to you? And I know it is. It's all in the flow to me. So really, I feel in the next 5 weeks I can't see you here. You'll be gone out there. And when you're out there, it's just keeping that grounding, keep in touch with good people back here, jump on a run, come and see us, talk to us, yes. Keeping in touch with good people that can keep you motivated, because there will be easy days and there'll be difficult days and there'll be days there won't be communication, because he's going to come into close and then he's going to run. But I know that that running is always going to be temporary. The thing is, he just needs to just dissolve and melt into that space with you. It's going to push him to be very courageous. It's going to push him to be a guy, a man, and to actually put everyone else in their place and think about his own happiness. The thing is, he can't deny his heart. He can't deny it forever. And do you know what? For instance, we talked about situations earlier on where people do, and that goes on for years. This isn't the case. It isn't the case. This will all buckle, I believe, sooner than later, but you're going to have very difficult days, I believe, at times, you know. But know that it's absolutely the right thing to do. Your sister, I feel so strongly, is saying to me, you go for it, you do it. And do you know what? She's got your back. And if it weren't going to be right for you, you'd be told no. You'd be told, what the hell are you doing? Don't do it. Do you understand? And the thing is, there has been kind of validation. We felt that there'd be the money to do it. It would come, and it's on its way. That is only like days now, you see. And that means that all of this can unfold. And I believe, because it's come through from a grand source, yes, that if that was not in alignment, then that would be blocked. They would block it because they wouldn't want you to throw that money away.
Of course.
Yes, because it's your future. So therefore they would block it. Now it's not, it's in the flow. So that's a green light. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Finding somewhere to live, I don't feel that'd be a problem. I think that's pretty much taken care of, to be honest with you. There will be good people around you and you're going to have fun, you're going to start living again. The thing is, the weather's different than it is generally here. You'll be outside, you'll start meeting people again. You'll have some money. Just be very careful, and I know you will, but look after some of it.
Yeah.
Alright? And just make sure you don't spend it.
Well, I'm looking to invest it, but I don't know
It's a good idea
what I can do out there, and I'd need him to
do it with you. So that would be long term. But one thing I know you said...
make money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you said was to...
It'll go just like that otherwise.
Yeah, you need for it to be making money. I believe that will happen in time. And to do something you really enjoy doing.
Well, I don't mind just opening something someone else working for me, and I don't do anything.
Well, do that.
I'm just like the investor.
Do that, and I think that's really, really important for you. You won't get bored, let's put it like
No,
that.
because I lived there before.
You didn't get bored.
No,
There's
and I've
always
got some really good
something to
English friends.
Yes.
A couple of really good English friends there.
So I think that's all going to be really cool and good. Let's look at the cards, if we may. I'll just grab these. If you give these a shuffle for me, thank you.
There's only, like, my other granddad and nan never come through. And they're the ones that I like the most.
Oh, bless, isn't that ironic? You get the opposite granddad and the opposite
Not
nan.
I didn't like him, but...
No, but I think one of the reasons he's come through is because he's very blatant and strong.
Yeah, like the ones I was closer to haven't...
Come through.
Yeah.
He's really, really bold, that guy, you know, your granddad that's coming through. And that's what's needed for you, is just total blatant honesty.
And he did smoke well, and he's from Wandsworth,
Right,
London,
character,
so it's
right, yeah, he's a right character. And chest.
Miserable.
Yeah, very. Very, very
But
good. He was happy.
Could be funny, but he was miserable. He liked to be miserable.
Yes. He was happy in his miserableness.
Like, he wouldn't compliment you.
No.
Like,
You'd be lucky if you did get one. He would take you apart, but he wouldn't compliment you. But you know what? That blatantness is exactly what's needed. Exactly what's needed to let you know, actually, do you know what? They believe in this. And I think that's very, very important. Hugely, in fact. Because if they didn't believe in it, someone like that would absolutely tell you. It's all about honesty. It's all about truth. It has to be about honesty and truth. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 cards. It's all good. And we look. Again, it's like problem solution outcome. So, okay, if you want to just choose 3 cards